Big news.
Yes, huge.
Enormous.
Guess what?
We bought a house.
In Provence.
Not just Provence, but the Pearl of Provence.
It's so exciting.
We are not leaving Paris.
No, we're staying.
But we want to tell you the story of something that's been taking up an awful lot of behind the scenes.
And a ridiculous amount.
Non-stop amount, basically. And we've finally not just jumped that final hurdle, but we've made it our own.
Yeah.
So here comes the story of how we bought a house in Provence, what it means, what we're doing, what next, and why. This is the Earful Tower. I'm Oliver G. Sitting with me is my wife, Lena Norton G. And here comes some music. So it's kind of weird to talk about this.
I know, it feels so... well, first of all, because it's been such a long process. It's been an ongoing process for the past year.
More even.
More.
I think more.
Yeah.
So we were really torn about sharing this story the whole process of the way.
Yeah, first we were like, oh, this is cool, let's share it from as we go. And quite quickly we realized that's not going to be exciting at all.
Because it was distressing.
It was long and complicated. And
heartbreaking.
Oh my goodness.
5 times.
I know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, you were there.
But in the end, here we are.
Yeah, so I think what we'll do is I've taken some notes to keep the conversation sort of flowing. But practically, what is this place? What's the town? What's
What
around?
is it? What is it?
It's a house.
Yeah, it's a sort of townhouse, I suppose.
It's in the town of L'Île-sur-le-Sorgue, where we were at Christmas. Haha, surprise, surprise. We were in our own house then.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like ours, and now it does.
Now it does, yeah.
And we're sitting here right now, actually.
We are.
And L'Île-sur-le-Sorgue, if you've never heard about it before, it's... I'll try and paint a picture. It's a charming little old town, maybe 30 minutes to the east of Avignon.
Yeah.
Heart of Provence.
That's right. Pearl of Provence.
Oh, yeah, Pearl of Provence. And I met the mayor, you know.
Of course you did.
More on that later. The town has the Sorgue River, Sorgue, Sorgue River, sort of approaches this town. It panics and splits into 2.
Yes. Yeah, it's like schizophrenic for this town.
And loops the town. So you've got this old centre-ville, central part of the old town. I guess you call it an old town.
Yeah.
And then the sort of river figures out what it's doing, gets itself together and joins up again on the other side. So you get this, it's called L'Île, the island of the Sorgue.
And it's not exactly an island, but it's surrounded by water.
Yeah.
So technically, I suppose.
Yeah. So, and then it's a sprawling sort of town outside of that. But our house happens to be in the old town.
Yeah.
You can even see the water from it.
And it's so charming.
So that's what it is. L'Île-sur-le-Sorgue. We've talked about it before. We talked about it on the show years ago because we happen to really love this town. And like if the water is really strong. I say it every hour. When
I know. You're like, just today you were like, if you were on one of those donuts, you would be worried going down. That's what you said.
You know what else I said? I thought about. I said,
and then you were like, this is the quickest way to Avignon.
yeah, every hour I'm doing a different one, but
know,
not intentionally. It just comes out.
Yeah.
Like I said, that river goes so fast. If it was a person, they'd go past too fast for you to get a description of them.
Oh my gosh.
Which is like, it's like more than a brisk walk. Don't you think?
It's certainly fast enough for a bunch of water wheels, which it has plenty of.
So
like
if you haven't paused to look up this town or you don't know what we're talking about, it's got many, maybe even dozens, but sort of 10
in my
big
head
ones.
it's like 30.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
And some of them are enormous water wheels from when it used to be...
There used to be lots of manufacturers of...
Even paper,
fabric, and there's still a big, beautiful fabric sort of museum here.
There's a lot we haven't even uncovered yet. We haven't even covered it.
Yeah.
But The house itself, I went to. I mean, I feel like there's a whole season worth of stuff here, but we're still debating how
probably.
much to get into this story, really. But we're so excited. We want to share this.
Yeah.
I went to the town hall and I said, "Do you know how old the house is?" And it took them ages.
Yeah, because normally we thought we would find out via the real estate
they had no
person
idea.
or the owner even.
And she just put a figure
No
on
one
a
knew.
piece of paper and said it's at least this old. So it could be this old or it could be much older. And the figure was, I think, 1820
Something, 25?
six,
Yeah.
something like that. So it's at the very least it's 200 years old. And
It's one of those stone. Oh, it's one of those townhouses with very thick stone walls. You know, that kind of type.
And it's got a balcony.
And shutters.
Yeah, it's very charming.
Yes.
It's super charming. And the town, forget the house. The town is sickly charming.
It's ridiculous.
And I want to talk about why we got this place later, but there's like an old church in the middle of this centre-ville, and next to it is all these old cafes and these enormous plane trees, and I mean enormous.
Yeah.
I mean like you'd need 3 fully grown adults to wrap hands around it. I'd
To
say.
hug it, yeah.
Yeah, to hug it.
Yeah. You even said to one of the shopkeepers the other day, you were like, aren't you worried about these trees?
The people are so friendly here.
Yeah.
This sounds, I'm so aware that we sound like big city people going to the countryside, but it's a different planet than what we're used to in Paris. The guy from the ice cream shop was just sunning himself by the church.
Yeah, and he was like worried by the trees. Not at all. They're
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, he's like, come and have a look. I'll show you how they... And we just get chatting. We
Yeah.
start talking about Celine Dion and Las Vegas. And
I know.
I'm in heaven down here. You know,
Happy place.
Yes, absolutely. So it's just very picturesque. And the thing that it's most famous for is markets.
Yeah.
Antique markets.
The antique vendors
It's
even.
got like 500 active antique shops, and people come from far and wide to peruse their stalls. But often, I think twice a week, they have a food market. And we're recording this on a
Yeah.
Sunday.
Thursdays and Sundays, they do big, beautiful, typical, like Provençal markets. So it's all from food to little accessories
So,
and
like,
handmade
cheese,
things and
olives,
flowers,
Yeah.
and it's
soap,
Lovely.
lavender, everywhere. When we woke up
Exactly.
this morning, it's just everything smelled like lavender. It was really
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And what's around? Yeah, what's around? I mean,
was not around.
Saint-Rémy de Provence, pretty close. Gordes.
Yeah, Aix-en-Provence.
Aix-en-Provence,
There's an hour
Avignon.
to Marseille.
You
If
can
you want
drive
to dip your tootsies in the
I haven't done that yet.
sea.
It's on my list of things.
I know.
You know what I was thinking? A couple years ago, we did a thing about everyone is a Provence or Riviera person.
I know. And you were like, I'm Provence.
And I said you were Riviera.
Yeah,
And now we're in Provence.
I know.
How did that happen?
Fool be me.
So a few more points. I'll give you an idea of what's coming. I've just written down how we found it, why we got it, how we got it, what we've done, what we'll do. It's a rap. It's a
Yes,
haiku rap.
It is.
That's just so we don't just jibber jabber on
Fair enough.
for the next 20 minutes. But how we found it is a kind of a sad story, actually.
Yes, it's sad, but also I find it quite nice in a way, you know, but
So
sad.
I had
of course.
a family member, an Australian family member, my aunt, who lived down here. I didn't see her so much, but we'd visited her here on our honeymoon,
She
actually.
was a glamorous kind of figure.
Lovely lady. And she lived down here, and she'd been in this house for over a decade, I think. And she very sadly passed away very suddenly about 2 years ago. And then my cousin, who inherited it, said, why don't you come visit it if you want? It's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. So we came down on a really hot summer like 2 years ago. Was it 2 years already?
Yeah.
And we sort of unloaded our bags, unloaded our child or children.
Just one by that
Just
point,
one?
I think.
And then we stepped out into the town, and we both were like... Also, there was a big for sale sign on the balcony. And it just hit us both immediately.
Yeah, because at that point we were like, we had a little bit of savings, you know, and we were like, should we buy something? And we can't afford anything that would make sense in Paris. And
You need a lot bit of savings for Paris.
a lot bit of savings, which we didn't have. So then we were like, how about we do something a little bit different? Which we that's how we live anyways. We always do something a little bit different. Like
Because the man don't like us.
we make our own jobs.
Neither does the bank.
But yeah, so we're like, why not buy our second home first?
Yeah.
That sounds really weird, but
It was kind of the logic. Like, we can't afford the house that that a
to
normal
actually live
couple
in.
with kids would get in Paris.
Exactly.
It feels like it's never going to happen. What do people do down the line when they're older and more successful? They get their extra house.
Yeah,
So we just got an extra house instead.
Skip that first step.
Skip the important one. I don't know if it's a hack.
I'm not sure.
But look, we wanted to get something and we couldn't afford anything in Paris. And then it clicked for both of us.
Yeah, we had this little connection, I guess.
And
to
we
this
went down.
place.
I remember going down to that town square and just being like, this is a paradise.
Yeah.
It really felt
And
like
it's
it.
and we had been in different kind of seasons as well, and we've liked it in all seasons, which is rare. It just clicked.
And so we figured that the small amount we saved could be enough to convince a bank, especially we got a podcast and books and walking tours that seemed to be going well. And this is the bit that I'm so glad we didn't share with. Although, if we had shared the whole process with everyone would have been so, and people had listened, if they didn't get bored by it, the shared relief would have been so huge when it came through.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad we didn't put all the boring stuff on people, because
it's tedious, isn't it?
here's a year in 30 seconds, right? Hello, bank. We found a house we'd like to buy. Ooh, I don't know. And we're like, what do you mean you don't know? When we start talking, not a good time to buy. Okay, well, we've saved a little bit of money and we've got a job. What kind of job? That's not a job. Maybe we can do it. Okay, I think we can do it. Skip a couple months forward. Hey, we definitely can't do it. On repeat at every bank we talk. That's what happened.
And even to the point where they're like, bring out the champagne. And then literally next day, like, we can't do it.
Yeah.
And then...
It was really hard not to feel very defeated in that
I
whole
think
process.
we just switched off after a while.
Yeah, and I just felt like we really did.
Yeah.
And there's a whole story that one day we can maybe get into, that we had the opportunity to buy an attached ruin. And we were like, we could make a whole documentary or a whole extra podcast about fixing up an old ruin. But in the end we didn't, and I think it's for the best.
Yeah, it's for another time.
Yeah, and we got a house that had been sitting and used on Airbnb basically, so it was kind of ready to go, which made a big difference given all the things that are going on in life.
Exactly, 2 young kids, for example.
So that's the sort of short version of how we got it. Let's talk about what we've done and what we'll do, and then we'll leave it at that. But also I want to talk about what we've done today.
Yeah.
Because today was just, I took a bunch of videos. Hopefully I'll release a video about like a little reel or something. But the food markets.
On a beautiful day like today.
It's so warm today.
It's only February, but I think it was like...
It was very warm.
19 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, and for you guys who use Fahrenheit, that's...
It's t-shirt
weather.
Yeah.
And in Paris, it's not.
It's certainly not.
Sweden is definitely not.
Oh my goodness.
So we went down and we just walked around and bought some food for lunch, bought some trinkets.
Sat in the little park.
Yeah.
Had a little play.
Had a little coffee.
Sat by the river and
Talked
watched
to a
the
bunch of
ducks. And, very picturesque.
Very picturesque indeed. But in terms of what we've done, is we have, because we've had this for a couple of months now and been down a big handful of times, spent Christmas here. And we started to make it our own. Now, I'll be honest here, you've got the eye for this thing.
Well, thank you.
I got 2 hands ready to hammer nails and whatever
together
needs to be
we're
done.
almost a whole person.
But maybe to put you on the spot, what does it mean to put your touch on it?
Well, when we got the keys, it was very much, like you said, it was ready for Airbnb. And it had still some of your auntie's old things, but it's sort of stripped back to simple Airbnb standard. And it was very IKEA-ish, which is, nothing wrong with that, but it just needed a little personality. And I feel like in a place like this, especially in this antique, you're surrounded by the antique dealers, and in Provence, there's a lot of things going on. You can't help but getting influenced by it. So I feel like we're really bringing in some of the surroundings inside. So adding, old linens where we can, and some antique pieces. We have an old armoire upstairs, for example, that you and my dad went to pick up.
That was an adventure.
That's a story in
There's
itself.
all these stories that I really want to share.
Yeah.
Maybe for a book or something one
Yeah,
day.
exactly.
But even like the colours of Provence,
Yes.
the vibe of Provence.
Yes, exactly. And of course, there's more to do because I have grand plans. But it's a good start, very good start. And it's starting to feel like, home.
I think what we're going to do now, we've got a very rare opportunity in that a babysitter is standing out the front of our house and we can go out and explore the nightlife. So to talk about what we're going to do, we'll talk about it after we've gone out and had a dinner and a drink.
All right.
With some more of the evening vibe that we've had
I love
before.
that.
Let's
do
open
it.
the door.
Okay.
That was a fun night out.
I know, it was.
Who would have thought that finding a babysitter out the front of the Hells Angels nightclub
Would have turned out so well.
Yeah.
I know, he was great.
A trustworthy older guy with a big
so
beard. No.
No.
A quick word about the nightlife. Sunday night, still things to do.
Yeah, it's not totally dead.
I'll give a shout out. There's a new people who know France really, really well will know. I wouldn't even have to say it, but there's a French singer who one lady today compared to the French Bruce Springsteen, who opened a 5-star hotel 4 minutes walk away. And we just went there for a cocktail.
And it's lovely.
Le Maurice of Provence.
Of the south.
Yeah. But,
No, but really, it's very nice.
Cool nightlife, as in for a small village.
Yeah.
And
Impressive even for this size of village.
And lovely babysitter. Thank goodness.
Yes.
Yeah. She won't be listening, it's okay.
No.
A note about what next. This is what we said we'd finish on. What next for this place?
The future, the exciting bit.
I think I want to reiterate that nothing will change. If you're a Paris fan, we'll keep talking about Paris. We're going to be living in Paris. Life goes on in Paris, and we love it there.
Very much.
It seems almost weird to say, but don't worry.
Yeah.
Paris is there. We're there. This is more of our place that we'll escape to sometimes.
A little breath of fresh air.
A breath of fresh air. But also, like, I assume, I can't read the future, but I assume we'll do some more content from down here. Provence, I mean, we've done a lot in the past.
There's a lot to explore.
I know
a lot
people
of
like
good stuff.
Provence as well. I got a lot on my bucket list. The Pont du Gard, the old Roman 3-tiered bridge, has been on my bucket list since I was about, 11 years old.
No way.
Yeah, I've always
That
wanted to go
long?
here. I think so.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe we haven't done
I
it yet.
know, it's not even that far away.
It keeps evading us.
I know. I'll get
This
there.
is the year,
I
for
know.
sure.
Yeah, definitely. But we'll share things to do like we have in the past. If you're one of these people who's like, Paris or nothing, firstly, come on.
Come on.
Think outside the box a little bit. But also don't worry, this is still a Paris show predominantly. But we'll spend more time down here. This will be a bit of a retreat for us. Writing retreat? I've always wanted to have a writing
Maybe.
retreat.
Why not? Maybe there's the next Sophie book. If there is a next Sophie book.
Or maybe
she should go to Provence.
Maybe I'm writing some things behind the scene that I haven't talked about.
Oh my god, so much happening behind the scenes. It
People
should
have-
even be, I don't know, it should be front of scene.
Yeah, people who've been on my walking tour of the Marais know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not even kidding. But also, in terms of this place, we will never put it on Airbnb.
No.
This is this is the only place in the world we own. Feels weird to put on Airbnb for the weirdos out there. But
We've used Airbnb.
I love
We've
Airbnb.
been to.
I love it.
We are the weirdos.
Aren't we? Yeah. But I will say this. We're very open to the idea of opening this up to friends of the show and listeners and stuff. So if you're interested in it, send a message. And I will say this. People who've kept their finger firmly on the pulse of what we're doing have stayed here already.
I know.
So I'm going to give them a shout out. There's two lots of people. One is Laurie and Bryn.
Lovely people.
They messaged me. I messaged them to say that we would talk about this place. I said, if you got anything to say, I'll read it out. And she probably didn't want me to read this, Laurie, but she says, I'm not creative enough for this.
Uh-huh.
And then she wrote this.
What?
She said, well, firstly, Bryn chipped in, her daughter, to say, it felt like we truly got to experience French charm in a way I never imagined. We loved wandering around and visiting the shops and restaurants. The people of Ile-sur-le-Sorgue were incredibly kind. I agree, by the way. And it was the sort of place you're never ready to leave. That's a good quote. The beauty of the surrounding area and the town itself was unforgettable. And then Laurie, who says she's not creative, adds, I would add that Ile-sur-le-Sorgue is in a beautiful part of France with so much to explore in the area. Visiting Visiting during the Christmas holiday season was magical with the decoration, lights and shops. I especially love the outdoor area of the apartment with its beautiful view of the river. Great place to relax and enjoy life in a gorgeous French village.
Oh, thanks, Laurie.
And then Rob and Janet stayed as well. And they actually bought us a book, the guest book.
Yeah.
So they wrote something lovely there, but it's not near my hand, so I can't read it out. But I know that they really loved it as well.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So that's a house warmer.
Yeah, there's a house warmer.
Yeah, they've been warming up.
But we'll talk about this place. I don't know. We don't really know what we're going to do, but we wanted to share the news because it's super important to us.
Well, it just feels like this is the beginning of a very exciting journey.
And it's nice for us, I think, as well, to put our roots down a little more firmly in a part of the country that we love.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
I know. It just felt like it makes sense, you know?
So there you go. We'll share pictures. I'll share that reel that we talked about. Huge thanks to everyone for listening this far. And who knows what the future will hold, but I'm right here and ready for it.
Yeah, me too.
Whatever you're up to today, wherever you are in the world, I hope that you can travel with the speed and efficiency of the Sorgue River.
On a donut. See you in Avignon in 2 minutes.
But my name's Oliver G. My wife here, Lena Norton G. Thanks for listening to the Earful Tower.
Paris and Provence.
Paris and Provence. I like it.
I like the sound of that.
The pulse of Paris. And does Provence have a pulse like Paris does?
Yeah, but it's like chilled.
On that note, one too many gin and tonics for both of us. We're going to hit the sack. Thanks for listening, and au revoir.